Broadcasting live, 2K Sports presents the NBA. It's Monday night. I'm Kevin Harlan. With me tonight, Greg Anthony and Richard Jefferson. And reporting from the sidelines all game long, we've got David Aldridge. A moment now to look at the year-to-year scoring output and how it has been trending for Keldon Johnson.
And maybe it's shocking, maybe not too shocking, but the scoring trend over the last few years has been going down a bit. I'm sure it's something he's well aware of, and we'll see if that continues to be the case.
And a look at the starters for San Antonio. They've got Castle, De'Aaron Fox out there with Devin Vassell. Then there's Harrison Barnes. And it's Wembanyama in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. And for Chicago, Vucevic in at center with Williams next to him. Kevin Huerter is out there with Kobe White. And it's Giddey in at the three side. Right about the middle of the season right now, RJ. When do you think it's most important for a team to be hitting its stride?
Finding a stride at any part of the year is great. You want that momentum, but the goal is to start to peak right before the playoffs so you have a great stretch when it counts most.
Here's Wembanyama. Shot clock at 6. Vassell, the pass to Wembanyama. That three off target had some space there after the little pump fake. Here's Huerter driving inside. Can't connect from short range. Last game for Chicago, it was a loss to the Knicks. And the foul called on Josh Giddey. That is his first foul of the game.
Oh, they've got their eyes on him, calling the foul right away.
Here's Castle. Barnes, bounce pass. Here's Fox. And it's Fox slamming it down.
Oh, that's just filthy. Fox has that fearless mentality and gets up for a point guard.
And great camera work showing up on the AT&T 5G Slam Cam. About 1 minute into the first quarter. Let's send it out to David Aldridge, who caught up with head coach Billy Donovan. David?
He had a list of concerns coming in tonight, not the least of which was matching up with De'Aaron Fox. He said it's not just the speed, though that obviously is an issue. It's that Fox has also become so good at dictating tempo and getting you to play his style. That's something they can't allow. Kevin?
Thank you, David. It's his first trip to the line. First one falls for him. And when you talk to people about the Bulls, GA, Michael Jordan's shadow still looms large over this team and organization.
And Kevin, they haven't won a championship before or since he was in Chicago. They've had plenty of good players, Derrick Rose, an MVP, Jimmy Butler as well, but the results haven't been there.
For a star like him, you get lots of opportunities at the line, and he's great at cashing them in.
Pass to Castle. Good, and it's Fox who picks up the assist.
We all know that Fox can score, but there he is reminding you that he can also drop some dimes.
First quarter of play with about a minute and a half gone. Now, Giddey. His scoring has been there on a regular basis. He's averaging more than 14 points a game. Back to Huerter. Fox with the steal. They've got the 5-on-3 advantage. 17-foot shot on the way. And it's San Antonio with another.
They've come out strong, 3 of their first 4 to start the game.
Pass to Vucevic. Here's Huerter. He's now 1 for 2 with that bucket.
Selfless player. Vucevic finding his man all alone.
San Antonio's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. And they call an illegal screen here A fantastic string of games for him. Your Western Conference Player of the Week, Victor Wembanyama.
And the nature of big men in the league has evolved, and he's a perfect example of how valuable a guy like this can be on your team. He's had a tremendous stretch of basketball here lately.
Now here's Giddey. And the rejection by Wembanyama. And the timeout called here by Billy Donovan. He's ready to talk things through with the team. A tough loss coming against New York in their last game played.
Well, they made a few key shots but missed many more. It was a rough night for them offensively.
And tonight, I expect them to play better offensively. Try to get some closer looks.
And here in the first, approaching 3 minutes played.
And they're 1 of 5 to start this game. Just really haven't gotten into a flow offensively.
They get it again. The kick out to Fox. Here's Barnes. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
No hesitation from Barnes. Knew he was going to get the whistle. Played right through it.
Richard, one thing is for sure with these Spurs, a lot of top free agents have got to be looking at him now as a destination.
It doesn't take a lot of skill to see that Wemby is a different type of player. And look, if you are a free agent, that's the player that you want to look at to say, hey, can I team up with him and go on a string of championships?
Now here's Giddey. 4 on the shot clock. With the drive, count it, good.
You love to see that from Herter. If teams are going to guard against his three-point ability, you have to make them pay and just blow by them.
Last game for the Spurs. They want to turn it around after the loss to the Nuggets. Fox finds Wembanyama. From deep. Rebounded by Vucevic.
And even with good coverage defensively that time, he has confidence to drill the three. And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession.
Scooped up. Wembanyama uses the glass to finish the layup.
You have to be aware of Wembanyama on the boards. Really keep a body on him.
And Vucevic kicks to Herter. Giddey with it. Still scoreless. Outside, White. And some nice ball movement here by Chicago. 4 on the clock. Herter passes to White. No good off the front iron.
And not allowing the shooter even an inch of breathing room on that one.
I'm sure they'll think twice about shooting against him next time.
Snatched up. And it's Vassell in the corner. Lets a floater go. The kick out to Barnes. Off target from three-point range. Bulls trail by 5.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
And it's Vucevic missing. And here's Wembanyama. He'll bring it up for the Spurs. Last time they met was in San Antonio.
Yeah, and that one, their intensity on the offensive end was not matched by their opponent. That led to some easy buckets.
And on top of probably having the better talent, they never let up. Great effort, great win.
White, good.
And love the commitment from White. Took the bump, went up strong, and rewarded with 2 points.
Spurs leading by 3. Now, here's Fox. He's coming off a 22-point game against Denver. It's good from long range. Fox has got 7 points.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
And Billy Donovan decides to call timeout. He wants to make some adjustments to the game plan, clearly. The Bulls making a switch here. Ball's checked in. Spurs also with the sub. Sohan's checked in. Bulls trail by 6. Ball feeling it out a bit. Pass to Vucevic. White setting the pick for Vucevic. Goes back up. And it's good on the layup.
Not stopping Vucevic that time, powering through the defenders.
And for the Spurs, they're shooting in this first quarter around 38%. They're looking a bit creaky out there. Wembanyama outside. Great open look there. Wembanyama has got his second bucket tonight.
Guys, that's just really unstoppable. He poses a ton of matchup problems for whomever he's facing.
Here's Giddey. Still without a basket. Williams sets a screen for Giddey. And it's Vucevic in the corner. It's stolen by Wembanyama. The wide open look here for Fox. Chicago grabs the miss.
Just doing the job on the backboard.
Here's Giddey. Offline with his three. Wembanyama with it. Now guarded by Vucevic. Here's Fox. Softly drops in the floater. He's got 9.
You look at Fox now compared to when he entered the league. He is so much more physical.
Bulls trail by 8. White the pass to Vucevic. Vassell against White, and the foul called on Victor Wembanyama. That's foul number 2 for him. Charles Massey, he's checked in for Victor Wembanyama. Ball kicks to White. That falls. Nice feed that time from Ball. White's got 5 now.
An assertive offensive player. White knows he has the green light to rise and fire.
Hey, Greg, Kobe White has proven he can run the show.
Well, he's more than just a scorer. He's become a quality playmaker with better decision-making. But his biggest improvement has been his efficiency.
Ball, no good. Spurs leading by 5. And here is Fox. He's got 9. Pass to Castle. Vassell, wide open. Drills it from outside.
Great setup for Vassell, who does not waste the chances to get off a quick shot.
Here's Giddey. Now here's Williams. It's White on the wing. Covered by Vassell. Shot clock at 5. White finds Williams. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Pass to Bassey. It's deflected. White against Vassell.
And probably more of a natural scorer than passer. White has worked hard on his playmaking ability.
And a moment now to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from here for San Antonio.
They've really been dialed in from deep. This is a team that has a ton of confidence in their outside shooting ability.
And I've really liked how they've moved the ball tonight. Because of this selfless approach, they are piling up the assists.
And that one falls for White. Richard, last season marked the 5th consecutive year that the Spurs missed the playoffs.
And this drought came directly after their historic streak of 22 consecutive playoff appearances. But the silver lining in this stretch is that it allowed them to draft a generational talent in Wembanyama.
Richard, the steady improvement of Kobe White certainly has been fun to watch.
It certainly has, Kevin. He's starting to put it all together now, and it can take multiple years. We all knew he could score, but now his passing and his rebounding have also improved.
And the foul called on Ayo Dosunmu. That's his first foul.
You know what? Tried to step in and cut him off, but just didn't get there quick enough.
Jones checked in for Chicago. Now, here's Johnson. Defended by Dosunmu. Kicks it out to Paul. Three-pointer. And Jones pulls it down.
And that one gives them a +5 rebound advantage, Kevin.
Ball, the pass to Dosunmu. Pass to Jones. 6 on the shot clock. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact. Richard, for the Bulls, just 1 playoff appearance in their last 7 seasons.
Look, the last 4 years under Coach Billy Donovan, they've been respectful. But with all of the injuries and all of the issues, the path to true contention is probably on the other side of a long rebuild.
And that one falls for Jones. You know, Greg, with the combination of Wembanyama and Coach Greg Popovich, the Spurs should be a great defensive team.
Yeah, it's hard with a young roster because all 5 guys have to work in unison, and often someone's going to make a mistake.
The Bulls making a switch here. Herter's checked in, and so Jones nails both of them. And the Spurs with possession. 4-point game. Paul against Jones. Now, Sohan. Nothing on the board. 6 to shoot. From deep, Johnson. And he's good on the 3-ball. And the Spurs lead by 7.
A point of emphasis for Johnson, knowing he needs to keep taking and making threes.
Chicago has gone just 1 of 4 from 3-point range here in the first. Time now to turn to our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David.
Hey, Kevin. Bulls coach Billy Donovan keeps perspective. He says, I used to come back from a tough road loss, go straight to the office and pull an all-nighter, trying to figure out what went wrong. My highs were too high and my lows were too low. You have to realize so much of it is just luck, the breaks of life. Kevin?
That's right, D.A. We respect Billy Donovan as much as any coach in the NBA. But a good outlook there, you're right. Hey, thank you. Now here's Jones. Coming in off a 10-point game, his last outing. Some nice ball movement by the Bulls. He lobs it up. And a little luck that time, but it drops.
Such an easy shot to miscalculate. Great confidence, though, out of Lonzo Ball.
Jones against Paul. Pass to Sohan. And while we have a chance, here are the teams that have swatted away the most shots this season. Number 1, the Spurs.
And anybody who's a fan of defense has got to love this team. I mean, no one loves to see their name on top of that leaderboard as much as this coaching staff.
And the first one at the line is good.
No, look, he's a versatile weapon. Johnson is someone that wants to keep improving and shouldering more responsibilities on both ends of the floor.
Here's what Chicago's going with right now. Jalen Smith, he's checked in for Vucevic. And it's Dosunmu in for Kevin Herter. And San Antonio also making a switch. Champagne's checked in. And that's good as he hits both of his shots.
Almost kind of a throwback wing. Johnson, he likes to slash, put pressure on the defense.
And here's Ball. He'll bring it up for Chicago. They trail by 7. And out of bounds as San Antonio gains possession. And a chance here to check out some stats for De'Aaron Fox.
And right now, he's in one of those grooves where he has a tremendous feel for the game. His assist numbers these past 5 look a lot different than from the rest of the season. And by different, I mean better.
Now here's Paul. Hasn't made one yet. To the left wing. Sohan inside. He's guarded by Collins. A nice shot by Sohan.
Yeah, another nice bucket down low. They've really been able to work the ball into the post effectively here so far.
Bulls trail by 9. Outside, Ball. San Antonio with the rebound. They're moving on after the tough loss they took at the hands of the Nuggets.
And in terms of intensity, they kind of took the night off. Looked like they were just going through the motions.
Yeah, you hate to be critical, but that's part of our job. You have to call it the way we see it. That night, they were flat.
Bulls have been excellent at the free throw line here today. A flawless 6 for 6. Free throw drop for Smith. So he hits 1 of 2 from the stripe. I'll tell you, Richard, you watch Jeremy Sohan, he can really do it all.
Yeah, power forward by trade, who's even played point guard at times. He's a great defender and a team player. He's the kind of guy you win with.
26 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. Jones against Paul. Jones with it. And looking at his production, he averages a little more than 7 points a game. Just 5 on the clock. Good D by Barnes. And so it's San Antonio with a 10-point lead. Some breathing room heading into the break. They've been playing some inspired defense, giving up very few easy points. Right back after this break. And welcome back to the second quarter of action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. And taking a look at San Antonio's performance here, what do you think they've been doing or not doing?
What we saw in that first quarter, they won their matchups defensively.
Making it as difficult as possible for the offense to find clean looks. Great stuff.
They've got Smith. Lonzo Ball out there with Trey Jones. Then it's Collins, and it's Herter in at the 3. So that's the 5 in the game for Chicago.
Strong move to the 10, trying to get his guys going.
Hard not to get motivated, GA, right when your teammate makes that kind of play.
And that could be the spark they needed to make a little run as they try to even this thing up.
Here's Paul. After Chicago picking up a basket just moments ago. Johnson against Ball. The offensive rebound. That shot, no good. Bulls trail by 8. Now here's Jones. Ball dishes to Collins. Pass to Jones. The Bulls need to get a shot off here. One-on-one here. Here's Barnes, and the dunk by Barnes.
Saw the play develop, and Barnes got out in front to get the score.
Quarter number 2 with just over a minute gone. And here is Ball. He's coming off a 10-point game against New York. Ball, a screen on Paul. Jones kicks to Ball. Over Johnson. Barnes grabs the miss.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
Pass to Paul. To the right side. Here's Sohan. His shot is good, making him a perfect 2 for 2 from the floor. The Bulls shooting a low 30% mark from the field. And Collins now top the key. And here in the second, 2 minutes gone by. Ball, the pass to Jones. Collins trying to break free. Jones, no luck. Right there, the defender clearly trying to inhibit a fast break. I think that's a transition take foul. RJ, so often with rookies, we want to judge them after half a season. Or we're not very patient with them. How long should we give players to prove themselves in the NBA?
Well, there's a different type of prove yourself. If you're talking about a rookie, I was taught after about game 60, you're no longer a rookie because you've played every team. You understand the defensive concepts. You might be a little fatigued, but after that, you're no longer a rookie. But to judge them, if they can play in this league, it can take a couple of years.
And timeout is called by Greg Popovich. And coach has decided they need a moment to talk things over. San Antonio making a switch here. Branham's checked in. We're out halfway through the season and a chance here to recap where all the teams in the West sit in the standings. You look at San Antonio, they're sitting pretty, second place and looking to take the top spot.
And, you know, for the Spurs, they had a few critics coming into the season, and now I don't think they have any. This is a club ready to not only make a deep run, but possibly win it all.
Even though some people doubted them, there are just as many people, if not more, who believed in this team from the very beginning. And it's pretty clear right now who was right.
Here's Barnes, and it's Barnes slamming it down.
The defensive Paul starting that break. He's always been elite on that end.
And for those of you just joining us, we're almost 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. Here's Jones. Pass to Herter. Back to Jones. Looking to end the run. Herter, no good.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
Back to Barnes. Wide open look. And it's Chicago with the rebound.
He hasn't had his best game, but they've gotten enough production elsewhere, so it hasn't really mattered.
Johnson against Smith. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. It's going to go on Keldon Johnson. He's made one and missed one so far in the game. Ayo Dosunmu is checked in for Kevin Herter. And San Antonio also making a switch. Biyombo is checked in for Harrison Barnes. He doesn't get the second one. Spurs leading by 14. Johnson, the pass to Paul. Outside, Ball. And Ball slams it in.
There is no doubt that Ball brings his flight gear to the arena. The man has a little bit of bounce on him.
And a little under 3.5 minutes elapsed in this second quarter of play. Pass to Champagny. Here's Branham. And Hall with the block. Here's Jones. Sweet little floater.
Oh, perfect timing there to knock down the teardrop.
For San Antonio, they've gone 3 of 8 from the field since the beginning of the second quarter. Here's Paul. Kicks it out to Johnson. This one for 3. Good, and Paul gets the assist. Johnson's got 10.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today? Ending with a basket, coming off a pretty pass.
Smith with a screen on Paul. Here's Jones. 2 points. That one goes. Jones has got 4 points in the quarter.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
And so it's Paul bringing it up for the Spurs. Pass to Biyombo. Now Johnson. The rebound by Dosunmu.
Not his best efficiency this quarter. Look, sometimes that's how it goes.
Ball kicks to Smith. And another steal for him.
And whether on ball or hitting help, he's a constant threat to take the ball.
And, of course, to reach second in steals all time. What a disruptor defensively he has been and continues to be.
Yeah, Jason Kidd's looking over his shoulder, knowing his spot on this list is in serious jeopardy.
Patrick Williams, he's checked in for the Bulls. Josh Giddey comes in for Dosunmu. Giddey finds Williams. Misses from close range.
And they've only got a slight edge on the boards, but it just feels a lot bigger.
Johnson, the pass to Paul. For three. Once again off the mark by San Antonio. Bulls trail by 12. On the wing, Williams. Collins dishes to Jones. From downtown. Shot by Collins, no good. San Antonio's gone 1 of 3 from way outside since the start of the second quarter. Fox, no good.
I'm shocked that didn't turn into 3 points. I mean, he makes you pay on those nearly every time.
And finished off by Collins.
Yeah, he just punched the ticket on that one. That'll get the job done.
Powerful two-hand jam. Spurs leading by 10. Paul outside. Pass to Champagny. And a chance now to look at the schedule for the Bulls. On Wednesday, they'll begin a road trip starting in Indiana, going up against the Pacers. Then on Friday, they'll take on Chris Middleton and the Washington Wizards.
And guys, this is the kind of stretch of the schedule that you dream of. Winnable games at home against opponents you know you have a talent advantage over. It would take a lot for this team to not be successful over this stretch.
That one is off. GA, what effect do you think the rule to limit flopping has had since it was put into place in the NBA?
Well, I do think we're seeing less theatrics. And there were fines before, but a flop now might impact the game itself. So I'd say it's been a bit of a deterrent.
Catching up on the changes for Chicago. Vucevic comes in for Collins. And it's White in for Lonzo Ball. While there's a break, let's take a look at this past month's assist leaders among small forwards in the NBA. Second, Josh Giddey.
The passes we've seen some of these guys make from the wing, just outstanding, truly gifted distributors.
They give their teams an element that not every squad has. That kind of passing from the small forward spot allows an offense to be much more free-flowing.
Now here's Giddey. Scoreless thus far. Pass to Williams. Outside, White. Off target with his three. San Antonio leading by 11. Here's Fox. He sinks the 11-footer. Fox has got 11.
With the way he can stop and start, it's impossible to take that pull-up away from Fox.
Now Giddey inside. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for two. That one on Castle.
And really the defense fouling there to prevent the layup, but that's exactly what you need to do.
Consistently productive. Vooch can get you 20 and 10 every single night.
Johnson's checked in for San Antonio. And both free throws good for Vucevic.
Some big guys struggle at the line. Not him. He's put in the work to defy that assumption.
Pass to Castle. And here is Johnson. To the inside. Victor Wembanyama.
Oh, great decision there. Get it to Wembanyama and let Victor finish as the roller.
Bulls trail by 13. Jones looking for an opening. Down low. The lead pass was put in just the right spot. Jones has got his third basket of the night right there. For San Antonio, they've gone 6 of 14 shooting here in the second. Outside, Fox. No good from outside.
And he continues to cast away, but the results just haven't been there tonight.
Jones, the pass to Giddey. White, wide open. He fires. And that comes off the assist by Giddey.
And you have got to honor White on the perimeter. Once he gets comfortable from there, it's going to be bad news for the defense.
It's stolen by Vucevic. White with it, and it's Vassell picking him up. And it's White missing.
A slight advantage for them in the rebound department, but that oftentimes is all it takes.
And with an update from the sidelines, let's check in with David Aldridge.
Thank you, Kevin. You asked Greg Popovich about Victor Wembanyama, and he says Victor's a different player. He's got talent, so you don't want to take that out of him. I tried to do that with Manu Ginobili, and I learned my lesson. Just shut up and let him play. Victor does some amazing things. His game is all-encompassing. Kevin?
That's a great way to put it, D.A. It is all-encompassing. Wembanyama is one of one. Hey, thank you for the report.
Okay, so if I were to say this was a disaster of a period for him, it would be an understatement. But hey, sometimes you got to shoot your way out of the slump, even for him.
Now here's Vucevic. 11 points for him in that last game against New York.
And he was also went to town on the glass and posed his will, chasing down misses all game long.
And it's Fox with the ball for the San Antonio Spurs. The biggest lead of the game, 15 points. To the paint. And the layup's good off the glass. Fox has got 7 points here in this quarter.
A monster night for Fox. You can call him a point guard. I call him a scoring guard because that's what De'Aaron brings.
And you know, De'Aaron Fox, he has become, RJ, I think, almost impossible to defend.
Yeah, he's always had great speed, so defenders would sag off of him. But now that he has that step-back three, so you have to play up, and that's what he wants you to do.
And that's a spot of the floor Giddey wants to improve. It certainly puts in the work there to get better.
For Chicago, they have been getting it done at the line, 10 for 12.
Yeah, looking over their percentage on the season, I think they will be thrilled with the number in terms of their free throw percentage, 79.
Kevin Huerter, he's checked in for the Bulls. Barnes, he's checked in for San Antonio. Here's Fox. Good, and it's Barnes picking up the assist. Fox has got 18 points in the game.
And Fox can hurt you from there, especially when he's shooting with confidence.
Bulls trail by 14. Huerter with it. 9 points last game. And White kicks to Huerter. Poked away and stolen by Vassell. He's made all 3 of his free throws so far. That's good from Barnes. Greg, you know this. Getting that second contract is a major goal for young players in the NBA, like Devin Vassell.
And Devin did, signing a huge 5-year extension in 23. He ended up having his finest year after inking that deal. Vassell has a very bright future. Offensively, defensively, they are in total control.
And guys, to go on a big run, get some breathing space, it has to be a great play on each end.
And here are the Bulls now, after the basket by San Antonio. From deep, Huerter drains the three-pointer. Huerter's got his 3rd basket of the night.
And Huerter knows he has the green light to take these shots, which is why he fires away.
Pass to Castle. There's a good screen. Beyond the arc. It's hauled in by the Bulls. Vucevic has got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. Williams finds White. Barnes grabs the miss. Barnes has got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Castle misses.
You can't look at the result of that shot. They'll take that whenever they get it.
Yeah, it's a great look for him. One they'll try and manufacture again. Those are the shots you want him to take.
Offensive rebound. Out to White. Shoots the 3. The shot's good on the assist by Vucevic. Vucevic has got his 3rd assist on the night. Here's Fox. 18 points for him. Pass to Barnes. Here's Castle. Giddy defending. Back to Barnes. Rebounded by Vucevic. Vucevic has got rebound number 9 now. What an effort here tonight. 8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Shot is good, and the Spurs lead is cut down now to just 9 in the basket from White.
Yeah, attacking the interior is something White does well. He's crafty, and he makes good adjustments against the defense.
Spurs shooting 43% for the game. Fox against White, and Fox gets it to go.
He's looked practically unstoppable this quarter. The defense, yeah, well, they haven't had many answers for him.
Now here's Giddy. Fox with the steal. 1 second left. Oh, he got it to go.
Now that's how you end the quarter.
Woo. Wow, what a way to finish up the quarter.
Yeah, that's 1 in 100 type shot. But, hey, that is why you just throw it up there.
A big-time effort for De'Aaron Fox, providing a lot of energy for the San Antonio Spurs. His production has been flowing as he's tallied 20 points and looks to be planning for more. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thanks very much. Coach, a slow start for this team. What has to change as you work your way back?
Well, we didn't shoot the ball particularly well in the first quarter at all. Thank God we got to the free throw line some, which helped. But I think we could do a better job defensively. I thought we gave them too many baskets in around the rim. So we've got to do a better job shoring up the paint.
We'll see if the defense picks up, Coach. Thanks for your time. Back to you.
Thank you, David. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the second half momentarily.
Hey there, everybody. Shaq says hi. Kenny says hi, too. Yes, we are in the midst of the NBA season and a perfect time to see how things are coming together in the West.
Well, right now for the Spurs, I had them as a top team before the season, and now I'm picking them to make the finals. Tell me I'm wrong, Kenny. You can't, because I'm right. 2 + 2 is 5.
And as much as it pains me, I have to agree with Big Fella.
Now, looking at where we stand after 2 quarters, it has been a difficult game for the Bulls.
Poor communication right now. They've been out of sync offensively, and you can feel the frustration building.
Man, they've been taking some wacky shots out there, looking like Ernie out there.
Hey, easy. I got a J. And that about wraps it up. And as the third quarter is about to begin, we go to Kevin Harlan for the call.
And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next 2 quarters are any different from the first 2. So far, it has been a runaway. It's been one outstanding game from De'Aaron Fox.
And how about the amount he's contributing in the scoring column through 2 quarters? He has been terrific.
He always wants to be a go-to guy for them. I'm sure he'll be calling for the ball even more in this half.
And so it's Giddy with it. He brings it up for the Chicago Bulls. It's a 14-point game. On the court right now for the Spurs, we've got Fox. Victor Wembanyama is out there with Harrison Barnes. Then there's Devin Vassell. And it's Castle in at the small forward. Floats it up for Wembanyama. And that's out of bounds. San Antonio will retain possession. The three-point game, such a big part of the NBA. Let's see the best teams at it. In fourth, the Spurs. Number 5, the Bulls.
And the shooting display both these teams have put on this season has been remarkable. I mean, there are just three-point shooters all over the floor.
Here's Castle. That one off the back iron and out. Bulls trail by 14. No one near Herter as he lets it fly. It's good from long range. Herter's got 10 points.
You can't get more silky from three than Herder.
To the middle. They swipe it. Vucevic down low. Wembanyama on him. Left side, Williams. Over Castle. Ball's knocked loose.
That was a good look for him from mid-range, but just couldn't make the defense pay.
Wembanyama looking it over. Chicago grabs the miss.
I think the defense will live with him taking mid-range jumpers, but maybe just a little bit more resistance.
Vucevic against Wembanyama. Herder passes to Williams. Drills it from outside. Williams has got it back down to within single digits for the Bulls.
For a wing, Herder has always been a very good facilitator. By no means a ball stopper.
Wembanyama, a screen on White. And it's Wembanyama with the jam.
Just a textbook lead pass right there, putting it right where it needed to be.
And the timeout called here by Billy Donovan. This will give him a chance to discuss some potential alterations.
And let's check out a breakdown looking at some data for White. How his last 10 games have gone. Averaging about 15 points, 3 assists, and 2 rebounds. And he does so much for this team, but it starts with the way he leads the offense.
And he's willing to take on the scoring load. And look, he is more than capable of delivering.
Into the third we go. 2 minutes in now. Wembanyama against Vucevic. Pass to Giddey. Rebounded by Castle. And guys, hold on now. I'm getting word we have Shams Charania calling in. Shams, what do you have for us?
Thanks. The Spurs are great at drafting and developing, and in selecting Stephon Castle with the 4th overall pick, they've made a play on upside. He's a versatile wing defender. Shooting and his position were the question marks. Can he be a primary playmaker? Will his three-pointer prove to be reliable? Guys will see, but the Spurs are very excited to bring Stephon Castle into their program.
A star talent. Hey, Shams, we so appreciate the reporting you gave us right there. Thank you. Here is Williams. After the basket by De'Aaron Fox. Here's Wembanyama for 3. That shot is off. Bulls trail by 13. Giddey kicks to White. Back to Giddey. Driving to the basket. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
And you can't get too physical with Giddey, or else he will draw the whistle.
And both free throws good for Giddey. Third quarter here, and 3 minutes have come off the clock. And timeout is called by Greg Popovich. Looking for a breather, and maybe just 1 or 2 things to talk about.
And now a look at Victor Wembanyama here. Just an incredible month of basketball. First in blocks, and he's 3rd in the league in rebounding. Just a tremendous motor. He is always in pursuit of the ball.
He has been a human highlight reel all season long. Clearly the best shot blocker in the game right now, and he has the numbers to back it up. Here's Fox. Basket is good. The assist from Barnes. Barnes has got 3 assists in the game. And here is Giddey. Inside, and stolen by Vassell. In transition, here comes San Antonio. Outside, Fox. Vassell, the pass to Barnes. Here's Castle. He gives the team some steady offense, a bit under 10 points a game. A second chance effort. It's hauled in by the Bulls. Vucevic has got the glass covered here tonight. 11 boards for him. In the corner, Herter with it. Hits the three-point bomb. Herter's got 13 points.
I love seeing dudes with that much confidence from the corner. Herter's feeling it.
Here's Fox. He's got 24. Vassell outside. Six on the shot clock. Here's Wembanyama. Jackhammers it in.
And we talk about how Wembanyama makes the wow plays. Wow.
And they're bringing you up close and personal on the AT&T 5G Slam Cam. Fox against White. Pass to Williams. Now here's Giddey. He's guarded closer. And he stays with it. White nails the 16-footer. 17 points in the game.
And right now, White, red hot. Just everything he puts up seems to go in.
Vassell outside. Back to Fox. Count that bucket. That's now 26 points for De'Aaron Fox.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
Here's White. He's got 17. Pass to Herter. Vucevic against Wembanyama. And Vucevic kicks to Herter. The 17-footer. Rebounded by the Spurs. Wembanyama's. Here's Castle. The kick out to Fox. Sinks the three-pointer. Fox has got 9 points now in just the second half.
A smooth-looking three-point shot. I think Fox is feeling it.
And so it's Giddey with it. He brings it up for the Bulls. Down by 15. That one good for 2. Spurs have gotten 6 of their 12 shots to drop for him here in the second half so far. Fox finds Barnes. Back to Fox. And there is the whistle. That goes on Kobe White. That's foul number 2 for him.
And you can see he just didn't get squared up with his feet.
Lonzo Ball is checked in for Chicago. Jones comes in for White, then for the Spurs. Johnson comes in for Castle. And Paul subbed in for De'Aaron Fox. Johnson, the pass to Barnes. Wembanyama sets a screen for Barnes. Down to 5 on the shot clock.
Well, I tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
In a moment here to take a look at some hustle stats for San Antonio.
Oh, they've done a lot of damage in transition. Every time they see a chance to push the tempo, they're gone.
And they've also not only created turnovers tonight, but converted on them. All game long, that strategy has been paying off.
Barnes hits them both. Now Jones. 8 points for him. Pass to Williams. From deep, Herter. Good. The nice assist for Williams. Herter's got 9 points in the quarter.
Things are heating up for him behind the arc. He only had 1 3 in the first half, but now he's up to 3 in the second.
Now, here's Johnson. Clock at 6. Pulls up on the elbow. And the shot no good, a bit short. Bulls trail by 12. Here's Ball. And no good that time.
I think at the last second he decided to get slick. I don't think he'll make that mistake again.
Johnson kicks to Barnes. Offensive rebound. Johnson, a wide open look. It's rebounded by Herter. Herter's got his 4th rebound in this one. Pass to Jones. Right wing. Ball with a wide open look. And the Bulls another 3.
Love whenever Ball is assertive like this. This is how dangerous he can be on offense.
Jones against Paul. Barnes passes to Wembanyama. And Wembanyama throws it down.
And one step ahead of the defense with that solid screen.
And then, Greg, the monster dunk to finish it off.
Well, great chemistry on display. He understood where to put the screen in order to free up his teammate.
Here's Jones after the basket by San Antonio. Here's Herter. Hits the front of the rim and out. San Antonio leading by 11. Wembanyama with it. Now guarded by Vucevic. Paul with the 3. And it's Chicago with the rebound. Pass to Vucevic. Shoots over Vassell. And it's Vucevic missing. San Antonio's gone into a slump here from 3-point range. Shooting just 1 of 5 here in the 3rd. Ball against Barnes. Kicks it out to Jones. No good with the triple.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
Here's Wembanyama. Wembanyama finishes off the break.
And his ability to efficiently score, that's really helped him out in this one, putting them ahead on the scoreboard.
And it became very clear very early, RJ, that Wembanyama is legit and a very special player. Generational.
You never know until those first few games, but it was immediate how different Wemby is going to be. He has already met those lofty expectations that we all had for him.
And that one misses. Richard, during his rookie year, Victor Wembanyama had a game with 10 rebounds, 5 assists, 5 blocks, and 5 made threes. A 5-by-5 for the ages.
That was the first time someone put up those numbers in NBA history. Wemby is going to continue to do things we have never seen before.
Jones against Paul. Johnson outside. Wembanyama sets a screen for Johnson. To the inside. With the shot. And he tries off the glass, but it's no good. Bulls trail by 11. Here's Jones. Wembanyama with the rebound. Wembanyama has got his 18th rebound here tonight, all over the place. Now, here's Vassell. 5 points in the game. Wembanyama, a screen on Ball. Count the basket. Vassell's got 7 points in the game.
Unwilling to let up, even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flames.
Always plays hard until the final whistle, no matter what the situation is.
Now, here's Dosunmu. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. Here is the list of players with the most boards in the league this month. The NBA's leading rebounders. Victor Wembanyama, 3rd.
He must be spending a lot of time in the weight room because he's shown such strength under the basket.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
The free throw drops for Dosunmu. Chicago making a switch here. Smith has checked in. He hits one, then misses the second attempt from the free throw line. Here's Branham. And the three off target. Bulls trail by 12. Left side Collins. The tray. It's good. The assist that time from Ball. Ball's got 3 assists now in this one. The way, Greg, they're sharing the ball tonight, mesmerizing.
Everyone's getting to touch it, and everyone's contributing.
Here's Champagnie. Out to the right wing. Down low. And he makes no mistake on the slam dunk.
Oh, taking it to the rack with power.
Hammering down the two-hand slam. And here's Ball. He'll bring it up for the Chicago Bulls. Smith sets the pick for Ball. Smith outside. Back to Ball. Good ball movement here by the Bulls. And that's out of bounds. Chicago will retain possession.
Yeah, gets a finger on it, but just can't quite come up with the steal.
That's fine. You love the effort, not making things easy for the opposition on offense.
Now here's Jones. He's got 8. Off the inbound, no good. They get a hand on it. Stolen by Jones. Pass to Dosunmu. On the wing, Jones. Defended by Paul. Smith wide open. He fires. And the Bulls another 3.
It's been this way since halftime. Tremendous production from beyond the arc.
In the modern NBA, you have to hit threes to win games, and they've made that adjustment since the break.
Johnson with the bounce pass. Here's Sohan. And that shot was up in time, but doesn't go in. And so it's San Antonio holding on to an 8-point lead heading into the break. They're playing a bruising game inside, and it's working for them. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. Now let's hear what head coach Billy Donovan was reviewing with his team in the huddle.
Hold your ground. Don't let him back your way in. Just hold your ground. The other thing, too, is once he picks the ball up, he's not going to shoot it. If he does, just stay down on him.
I like the way that Donovan's conveying that scouting report to his guys.
I mean, knowing how your opponent plays is important, and I think he's on point on this one.
The fourth quarter has arrived. So good to have you with us. Jones is out there with Lonzo Ball. And it's Smith. Then there's Dosunmu, and it's Collins in at the 5 spot. So that's the 5 in the game for Chicago. Now here is Smith, and that comes off the assist by Jones. Jones has got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. Spurs leading by 5. Ball passes to Sohan. With the floater, he lays it in.
And that bucket adds to what has been a big difference in points in the paint between the two teams.
And Chicago shooting the ball at 42%. In the corner, Smith with it. Outside Collins. Ball kicks to Jones. Back to Ball. Shot clock at 6. And no good. Here are the Spurs with the ball. 17 points was their biggest margin. Ball looking over the floor. Pass to Champagnie. Rebound by Smith. Bulls trail by 7. Dosunmu with it. Chris Paul covering. Dosunmu, the pass to Smith. Outside, Jones. Here's Dosunmu. Here's the 3. The rebound by Champagnie. Champagnie's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Here's Branham. Wide open shot is on the money. Branham's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. Second minute off the clock now in the 4th. Ball with it. Buries it down low.
Lots of quick moves inside by Ball to get into great position for the score.
Spurs leading by 8. And timeout is called by Greg Popovich. He's very aware of the timing here and the significance of getting things squared away with his team. And now we've got some time to check in from the sidelines. What do you got for us, DA?
During that break, Greg Popovich really had some strong advice for his team. He told them it's all about maintaining the lead. He told them he knows it's easy to get comfortable when you're in this position, but that they need to keep the pressure on. Guys?
Thank you, David. And there's the call on Jones. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far. And San Antonio has possession. They're leading by 8 on the wing. Johnson unloads. Collins grabs the miss. Collins has got 7 rebounds in the game. And over 2.5 minutes in the books here in the 4th. Jones dishes the ball. Pass to Dosunmu. Clock at 6. Back to Ball. Takes the 3. Rebounded by the Spurs. Champagne's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Here's Branham. That one's not going to go.
Not his best game, but they're still getting it done collectively.
And the shot is good. The Spurs lead has been cut down to 6 and the bucket from Ball.
Something seemed to click for him at halftime. He's looked a lot more focused, and the game is just easy for him now.
And it's Paul with the ball for the San Antonio Spurs. Pass to Johnson. Sohan with the ball. Working on Collins. Sohan finds Johnson. Again, the miss by the Spurs.
How did he break that one? He smoked it. Everything was set up for that to be an easy basket.
Jones against Paul. Jones the pass to Collins. That's in, coming off an assist from Jones. And now just a 4-point San Antonio lead. The Spurs have gone 2 of 7 from the field in what's been a cold start to the 4th quarter for them. Kicks it out to Johnson. Always going up for the alley-oop here. And here we go, the Bulls fast break. Ball with the bucket. Let's look at the energy stats, how the hustle game has been going for the Bulls.
Great heads-up defensive play tonight, creating offensive opportunities for themselves by forcing deflections.
And I'll tell you, the energy they've shown in the open floor, boy, it has been terrific, doing a phenomenal job converting in those situations.
Here's Paul, following the basket by Lonzo Ball. Back to Paul. Here's Champagnie. Again, the miss by the Spurs. And the Bulls with possession. It's been 8 unanswered points for him. Pass to Dosunmu. The kick out to Ball. Now here is Smith. Tight defense on him. Shot clock at 5. To take the lead. Rebound by Sohan. Sohan's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. And here is Johnson. And down it goes. Dunked through off a wonderful assist.
Good work by Johnson scanning the floor, looking for those chances to share the ball. Bulls trail by 4.
Now here's Jones. Collins, a screen on Paul. To the paint. And finished off by Collins.
I'll tell you, they're right in this. We'll see if they can maintain momentum.
Things are firing on all cylinders for them right now. We'll see if they can keep it going.
So it's San Antonio now after the Bulls pick up 2. The shot's good from Paul.
The consistency of Paul's three-point shot is really something. He is a real troublemaker at the arc.
Jones in the post, defended by Paul. And here is Ball. Over in the corner, Dosunmu. Here's Jones. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. Chris Paul picks up that one.
Clearly a foul.
The first one falls. So Chicago going with an almost entirely new group here. Vucevic checked in for Zach Collins. Williams comes in for Smith. Josh Giddey's checked in for Dosunmu. And it's White in for Lonzo Ball. Now here's Fox. Pass to Wembanyama. Beyond the arc. Rebound by Williams. Bulls trail by 3. Giddey goes in. Here's Jones. Out to White. Williams passes to Vucevic. Second chance shot. A rebound by the Spurs. Vassell's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. 3-pointer, Fox. They get it back. Lets it go from deep. Gets the 3-pointer to fall. Fox has got 32 points in the game.
Rise and fire. Man, I love watching Fox cash in off the catch.
Well, Chicago has gone into a funk from downtown in the 4th. Only one of their 5 3-pointers has found the bottom of the bucket. Now, here's Vucevic. Back to Jones. Over to the wing. And Vucevic kicks to White. 5 on the clock. Williams for 3. Got a hand on it. Kevin Huerter, he's checked in for the Bulls. Spurs leading by 7. Here's Vassell. The 3. Vucevic with the rebound.
Just enough coverage to bother that 3-point attempt.
Outside Williams. There's the 3. Bangs home the trifecta.
And a solid playmaker. White has a great sense for when he should look to give it up.
Vassell outside. Back to Fox. Wembanyama, a screen on White. Fox finds Wembanyama. The kick out to Fox. Launches it. Rebound by the Bulls. Now Giddey. Outside Williams. Pass to White. Williams against Barnes. And here's Huerter outside. Victor Wembanyama grabs the rebound. Wembanyama's got his 20th rebound here tonight. Saw that coming.
Whatever rhythm he had last quarter, it has left his body. He is having a hard time finding buckets.
Now here's White. And Vucevic kicks to Huerter. And it's Giddey in the corner. Sinks the triple.
Oh, stone cold stuff there from Josh Giddey. Big time shot in the moment.
San Antonio leading. Fox with it. Vassell right side. Over Giddey. Makes a big high bounce and goes in.
The growth of Vassell has been so impressive, willing and ready to bury these important shots.
And Billy Donovan decides to call timeout. It's a chance for them to regroup and refocus. And so it's Giddy with it. He brings it up for Chicago. It's a 3-point game. Outside White to tie it up. And that comes off the assist by Giddy. Giddy's got 4 assists in the game. The Spurs shooting only 35% in the fourth quarter. The offense looking a little rickety. Fox feeling it out a bit. Barnes outside. And they wasted no time getting those 3 points back. And the Spurs lead by 3.
ICE. Ice. He has absolute ice in his veins. This guy, he lives for these moments.
Now here's White. Pass to Williams. Good D by Barnes. Knocked loose. Puts it up from 17. Williams' shot is off. Spurs leading by 3. Here's the floater. No good that time. Great D that time from Vucevic. Here's White. And the rejection by Wembanyama. Tries a 3 off the inbound. And rebounds again.
Collecting yet another board.
He's been everywhere. Just sensational. Again, the miss by the Spurs. The Bulls shooting about 43% here in the fourth quarter. Teardrop shot. A putback. Herter. Great positioning on the putback.
Seems like the pressure isn't getting to Herter.
And it's the Spurs ball. 17 points was their biggest margin. Drops the first one, and that will put them up by 2.
One of the fastest guys in the league. For Fox, it's about using his blinding quickness to his advantage on both ends of the floor.
And he hits both free throws here. So now it's a 3-point game.
See, it's easy to see why his teammates trust him. He's a leader on this team and loves coming up huge in the clutch.
To the middle. It's stolen by Wembanyama. Here's the fast break. Wembanyama leading the way. It's in!
Well, how about the vision by Wembanyama there? Always looking to get teammates involved.
Pass to Herter. Good ball movement here by the Bulls. Nice defense by Vassell. And a fast break now for the Spurs. Throws down the breakaway jam.
Relentless in their approach, even with the game firmly in hand.
No let up with these guys. They're going for the throat now.
And not sure they've got enough time to save themselves.
And if I were them, I'd start thinking about where I'm going to get food after the game because this one looks a bit out of reach.
And the Bulls with another miss. And the Spurs with possession. They lead by 7. 3-pointer, Fox. The shot comes out.
I think it's safe to call this one a wrap.
Yeah, they fought as hard as they could. Just wasn't in the cards tonight.
Good on the first, and that trims the lead to 6. And the second free throw, no good. A tough break there. And so they choose to intentionally foul. First free throw is good, and that makes it a 7-point lead.
A generational talent. For Wembanyama, the sky is the limit and the reality.
And he cannot convert on the second. That misses. And now we've got the intentional foul.
And you can see where they're coming from by fouling to stop the clock, but really they're just kidding themselves.
He hits the first one, and that stretches their lead to 8. And so he drops them both. It's a 9-point ball game here.
Making no mistakes and putting some extra nails in the coffin right here. That pretty much do it.
And so they foul intentionally. And no good as the first free throw missing for him. We'll see if he can nail the second. And he does get the second one. And that'll push the lead to double digits.
Yeah, you'd like to convert them all, but that should still be enough to secure the win.
And so it's San Antonio easily taking this one. They came in here and took care of business like they were the home team.
And Kevin, how about the mental toughness that this group showed? They were never rattled at all by the opposing fans.
And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thank you, Kevin. Chris, big win tonight. What do you think was the biggest factor?
I mean, I don't know. It was just our defense. Obviously our offense fed off of it. Guys made open shots, but I think we really locked down defensively, and that's what we're trying to make sure is that we're a defensive team every night.
Well, you were a defensive team tonight, Chris. Thanks for your time. Kevin?
All right, David, thank you. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. Richard Jefferson, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge. This is Kevin Harlan thanking you for watching tonight's game on 2K Sports. But first, let's reveal our player of the game, De'Aaron Fox.